figure out where to go overall. Should I go into the US? Should I go into the UK? What are some of the major differences? Other than the application differences, there are a lot of different things to consider about the campus life and what it's like to go to university in the US. Here's the UCLA Bruin. He's a happy guy. If anybody's ever been to LA, I'd highly recommend stopping by the UCLA gift shop, and it'll give you a really great idea of life as an American university student. That gift shop is like 10 stories tall. You can buy everything from a t-shirt to a kitchen table with UCLA all over it. School spirit is a major part of life in the US, okay? Everybody's going to be wearing the t-shirts to class. Everybody's going to be going to the sporting events. Everybody's going to be joining the clubs, all of this sort of stuff, okay? So it's a highly energetic campus atmosphere. There are 4 years. Sports are big. UCLA's massive in basketball and these sorts of things. So if you're an athlete, if you are considering trying out for a team or even joining a smaller club team, the US has so many different options for sports and other social clubs. Something interesting about US campus life, in the US we actually rank everything. And one of those things that we rank is just meal plans. Okay, so each and every year you can actually go into books done by Princeton Review or Times Higher Education or any of these sorts of things, and you can actually see which university has the best meal plan. And we're talking about places that serve students lobsters and steaks for breakfast. Harvard, Harvard's famous for, I think, the fish. So you'll start talking about these things on a regular basis with the other students. And alumni will say, hey, are they still serving this over there? And you'll be like, yeah, they still got it. They still got it. So meal plans are a big deal. And they might even save a little money if you can do it, wisely. You can get an unlimited meal plan versus something that's only, once or twice a week. One of the smaller things over here, I'll just make sure we don't miss this, is that in the US, it's really, really easy to transfer universities, okay? It's so much easier to transfer after just one semester of university than it is to get in from high school, okay? Why? There's doubts about high schoolers. Universities have doubts about high schoolers. Every year, high schoolers arrive, right? Freshmen now at university, and they have trouble with the life. They have trouble managing their studies. They have trouble managing their social life. There's a beer involved every once in a while, this sort of thing, right? And they drop out, or they fail to meet the grade requirements, or many, many other different things. However, if you've survived a semester, if you've survived a year at university already, your application is much more likely to be appreciated because you've proven yourself. You've proven that you can live a university life, that you can get the grades and maintain and manage your own schedule. So it's really, really easy to transfer from one school to another without having to redo a year or change your majors or anything like that. There's a lot of flexibility with the US. UK campus life. Okay, so I'll try to share my own personal experience. I did my undergrad in the US and then I did my grad in the UK. And this is the mood right here. That's the whole mood. It's very academic. I mean, people are wearing sport coats and things to classes. It's super serious. It's only 3 years though. It's only 3 years. It's much faster. And if you ask anybody who's graduated from school in the UK how much time you actually go to class, it's like a couple of days. It's not a couple of days. It's like a year and a half. It's only a year and a half of real study. Your program's probably beginning in September or October. Okay, so it starts kind of into fall. You're going to get a break for Christmas. You're going to get a break for New Year. You're going to get a month off for Easter, which was a massive surprise to me. In the US, we get like a weekend. But in the UK, they get like a month off of vacation. And then you come back for another couple of classes, and then all of a sudden, it's study period. It's exam week, and they don't give you classes. You're in the library by yourself. It's a lot more self-study. Now, that sounds great, but you're the one who's going to have to take care of yourself. So you're not going to class as much. You're not going to class as long, but you really have to get your study habits down and make sure that you can do the notes, you can do the readings, even if it is just at a Starbucks or a cafe or something, you have to get it done on your own. It's a lot more self-study. All those holidays, because you're saving money with the tuition. Tuition costs in the U.S. can be $100,000. That they can be insanely expensive. But in the U.K., even for overseas students, are only 12,000, 15,000 pounds, which is a fraction of the cost of the U.S. So tuition is one of the major considerations. More specifically, for a lot of students who are interested in practicing their subjects, so the bigger ones are obviously law or medicine, you can actually enter a law program, you can enter a medical program as an 18-year-old. As a freshman, you can begin immediately, versus in the US, you have to finish 4 years of undergrad, and then you have to reapply and go to another 3 years of law school or med school and all of these sorts of things. So that is a unique opportunity for students who are trying to study those different subjects.